of the off-plan sales process that hopefully you will be following if you are not already. Each and every communication with your client should end with agreeing on the next step. If the buyer thinks that whatever solution you provide will solve his problem, only then the sale will happen. Why do they want to invest some money? What makes them feel that the way the money is working now is not enough anymore? The logical explanation with the property monitor statistics and whatever DXB interact statistics not going to work. Hello again, this is lesson I think number 4 of my off-plan sales training. And if you are a new agent in Dubai or you've been already working as a real estate agent here, having some experience, this is the place for you to understand what you should be doing to increase your offline sales. Or what are you doing wrong right now with communications that you have with your clients? Why they're actually coming back to you with no urgency and no curiosity, asking you to send some options and basically then go into the witness protection mode. Well, and if it's not about you, and if you're closing more than 100,000, which is approximately $25,000 already, just give it the thumbs up and leave a comment about which other areas of knowledge would you like to have a training. And coming back to a small introduction of myself, if you stumble on this video just now, my name is Olga Sinenko. The previous parts of this training you're going to be able to see here, so just do not continue with this one, because without three concepts which I explained earlier, you would not be able to understand what I'm even talking about, right? The concept of sales funnel, the concept of sales resistance, and what it is we call advanced communication skills. So if you remember correctly, we finished last lesson with how you trigger, just send me some option. So in this part, we will go further. I will explain you a simple structure of the sales process, of the off-plan sales process that hopefully you will be following if you are not already. And not only you, if you're the agent yourself, or maybe you're a sales manager, or maybe the owner of the real estate company, you should have a sales process for your people. And if you're an agent, you should have a sales process for yourself. Just to understand what is my next step. Each and every communication with your client should end with agreeing on the next step. You just don't hope they're going to get back to you. Just don't hope that they know what the next step is going to be. You should know that. So let's get back to that. Sales process. What is the sale? The sale is not you're paying money and I'm providing you the solution. The sale is only can happen when those who are buying, with whatever he's buying, solving his problem. If the buyer thinks that whatever solution you provide will solve his problem, only then the sale will happen. And the funny thing, the clients are not actually buying the properties. They just, the property is just a vehicle, just this one, just a cup of tea. So this cup of tea is no, I'm not buying the tea. I'm buying the taste, the way I feel myself, maybe just handling just dehydration as well, but it's not about the tea at all. So the sale is the opportunity from them to get from the place where I have a lot of problems to the place where all of the problems are solved. And the property is the vehicle for that. So whatever the problem your current client experience is not like, oh, they do not have the property. This is not a problem. Oh, no, they just want to invest some money. That's not a problem. But if you're going to dig deep, why do they want to invest some money? What makes them feel that the way the money is working now is not enough anymore? Or maybe the money is not working. Or maybe the money is losing value. So the real problem is not they need to buy property. The real problem is they need to stop losing the money with the inflation or I don't know, the property prices or whatever is happening with the taxation, whatever it is. So if it's an end user, it's not about he needs a different apartment in a different area. It's about how him and his family gonna feel differently being in that area. What it's gonna mean for them, what they will be able to do different rather than they're already doing now. This is the type of conversation that you actually should have with the clients. And now we're coming back to the most important part. And I'm actually gonna get back here. When your sales manager probably was telling open-ended question. So ask them open-ended question so you can get some facts and figures from them, put it as a gun in your ammunition, and then whenever time is good, you're going to use it against them. Boom. Well, actually, that's not true. Maybe it used to be like that, but now it's not true. People do not believe to sales guys anymore. They just don't believe them. It's been so much lies, so much cheat, and now each and every umbrella is trying to sell you something, right? So we actually desensitize for all of that. But what we still believe in is what we say ourselves with our own mouth, thinking through that first and then pronouncing, right? When you are yourself saying something, you believe it way more than anyone, including your mom, dad, brother, father, anyone. Or maybe Tony Robbins. Maybe you believe Tony Robbins more than yourself. But let's get to the point. So the open-ended questions, the skill questions that I'm going to teach you, they're going to help you to put the client in the position that he's going to be, by opening his mouth and saying things, listen to these things himself, and through the answering your questions, he's going to be selling himself. Why? Now, buying the property in Dubai is the right move for him. He's going to tell it himself for his own ears to hear that. How that concept looks like. So you don't have to do all the work. You don't have to do all the selling because he's not going to believe you anyway. Whatever pitch, whatever great pitch you will have, he's not going to believe you. The logical explanation with the property monitor statistics and whatever DXB interact statistics, not going to work. Real estate agent, anywhere in the world, the same as the salespeople, do not have a good trust record. So, coming back to this, you are, through all of your conversation with the client, from the discovering the problem to bringing him into solution and closing the deal, asking him questions. Definitely in the next lesson, we're going to go through exact questions to ask. But just now, I want you to understand, whatever you feel like you want to jump into a pitching mode and start telling him good things about to buy, stop it. Ask him a question instead. My sales process is very simple. The first call is I don't want to say qualification because everyone's saying qualification, just to get an understanding who is this client, what he's looking for. You're definitely not selling anything on this call. At the same time, you're not trying to, oh yeah, you're from India, oh I've been living in, oh which city, oh great. And in 15 minutes talking about bullshit, nothing, and the end of client is like, well, sorry, what was this about? You got zero information from him, he got zero information from you. You didn't discover anything for the client, and with your question, client haven't discovered anything for himself, for what he wants. The qualification question and objection pre-handling is what you do on the first call, and you gather the information for the first and the second Zoom. Zoom or in-person meeting, depending. I know there is a lot of things happening through the online now, and probably gonna keep happening more and more. So the first Zoom that you have with a client is where you deliver market analytics, ROI calculation, and case study in general. Not about any specific developer, not about any specific project. Of course, let's keep it real. If on the first call you got the client who has already been looking for a year, he knows all the developers better than you, and he just said, okay, so if you are getting me, you're gonna get me this one-bedroom unit in MR type, whatever, 2A, I'm just gonna buy it tomorrow. Hello, I hope you understand that you don't have to go through all the sales process. But if this is a normal real estate social media campaign when the person just seen the ad and click on it, that's the way into it. So the first thing is education, where he asks him the questions to help him discover for himself why to buy, why it's profitable, how he exactly himself going to be benefit from that. You gather information for the second Zoom call, which will be ideally, not necessarily, a sales call, where you will be presenting a couple of options. I always say that it's not very lucrative to present just one option to the client or just one developer. Because the human being, the human nature, human behavior, specifically in sales, is so we are not able to make decision if we have only one option presented to us. We need a reference point. So I always talking about 3 options with my private coaching clients, and this is the opportunity for him to decide. So you kind of giving him this I don't want to say fake, but illusion of control. But you, because you are professional, you already discovered everything about him, you know which option you are selling. So you position the 2 other options just right to highlight the option that you are selling to him. Zoom number 2, you can do with the developer, you can do with your sales manager. However, the call and Zoom number 1 is just you. And I think it's going to be enough for our lesson number 4. It was pleasure as usual. I'm happy if you're going to leave a comment, and see you in the next.